Hey y'all, I am back with my Organize With Me part two. This is in my craft space in my bedroom, and I talked about that in the first video. But I made some, I wouldn't say major changes, but I changed about half of these drawers. So just stay tuned. If you haven't seen the first video, check it out because it will show you kind of my thought process behind adding different items to the drawers. But I really decided to go a different route, and I'll explain all of that. Right now, at this point, I'm adding a couple of packs of new pens and markers to this really cute little acrylic round organizer, and it's got 4 compartments. And I got it from Tuesday Morning, so I'm not sure if I can link it, but the best thing I can do is maybe find something similar. So I at first thought I would kind of leave neutral tones out and do more of just the colorful tones. But what I ended up deciding was just to go ahead and add all of them because they fit perfectly and it ended up looking great. And so I decided, okay, I think I just want to do the colorful tones, but then I decided to go ahead and add all of the neutral tones in. So the grays and even the really light Copic markers, and then some of the skin tone colors as well. I went ahead and added those. So I thought these markers were just too pretty to just be like put away, and I just really like them for like aesthetic reasons in my craft room. And so I love that I have them all kind of in one place, and I do use them. I don't use the Copics a lot, but if I'm doing like planner type stuff, I'll reach for the majority of the other ones. So I also bought from Tuesday Morning this little Lazy Susan type. Is that what they call it? Yeah, kind of like a Lazy Susan type organizer. So it turns. And I'm going to put my most used tools in this. So I talked in the last video about how I had a lot of excess product. For instance, I'm not going to use all of these tape runners at once. If I have extras or refills, I can put those in a different space. Same thing with extra staplers or extra staples, and then other things that I don't grab all the time. Now, these are things I use, but I can just have a couple of adhesive runners. I can have a few pairs of scissors, the ones that I use the most, and then I can also have my other most used tools like my hole punch and my tiny attacher, and then a couple, just like 2 acrylic blocks. See, so this acrylic block drawer, I'm not going to use all of those unless I'm doing a big stamping project. I can just take them out. I have an Alex drawer that's kind of the taller, skinny one that sits right next to my desk, and it's still easily accessible, but those things don't necessarily need to be seen, if that makes sense. I really wanted the product to shine and the product to show because that's really what I'm using. So I use the tools, but I know that I have those, whereas the product really gets lost. So I have my little turn Lazy Susan thing there that I'm going to set to the left of those drawers. And now I'm going through these markers to kind of decide how I'm going to place those. So here's the thing. I have these I think I have 4 of these frosted plastic. They're not acrylic. They're just like kind of a cheap little plastic from Target. I think they're in the dollar spot right now, or they at least have ones that are similar. And I'm going to set these just to kind of help organize my Alex drawer. So these will not be seen or they won't be open. But I can at least have those somewhat organized with my extra products, with my extra pens, extra adhesives, and then also my acrylic blocks I'm going to be setting in my Alex drawer. And I think if I haven't mentioned this already, if you guys want to see the Alex drawer after it's all organized and finished, then I will show you that as well. So I switched the view here because I want you guys to kind of see how I'm opening and closing the drawers, not how I'm doing that, but like how I'm choosing categories and how I'm going to be placing the drawers. And so I have this bin, and believe me when I say I found like several more little Tupperware little things full of different embellishments, and I'm just gonna rummage through those and kind of put them in their right category. So I have plain labels. I've talked about that before. I have all LE Studio die cuts that aren't plain labels are going to be in their own little category, or going to be in their own little bin. It's one of the smaller ones. I also was able to add more to my cork drawer. So, like I said, if you haven't watched the first video, watch it because I do talk about kind of how I decided, why I decided for cork to have its own drawer. And then I also now have a wood veneer drawer. So that's larger because I do have some larger wood pieces. So I'm going to slow it down just so you can kind of see what I mean by how I'm deciding the categories. So again, LA Studio, since I had so many of those die cuts, like the paper, like the stock die cuts, those are going to go in their own little bin, their own little drawer. And then if it's a plain label with nothing else on it, no matter what the brand is, that is going to go in its own little drawer. And then I'm going to go back to speeding it up because that would have taken a very long time. And I kind of have a little bit of a confession too. When you guys are going through your like die cuts or going through embellishments and you're just kind of trying to purge, do you, when you get to the bottom of it, just like get so, I don't want to say like annoyed, but you're just like, okay, I'm tired of this now. I don't even care about the rest. And so the good news is I have somebody who can I'm going to purge some things obviously, but I have now a daughter who can like kind of take some of those leftovers. But it's just funny to me because that's like my way of thinking. Like when I'm cleaning stuff out, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I just kind of want to get rid of the rest. But I am now going through another little stack of embellishments. I think these were sheets of different labels that were kind of halfway cut into, and so I decided to keep the other ones whole for now, but the ones that were already cut into, I went ahead and cut those up. I now have a drawer for acrylic. I also have a drawer for, let's see, puffy alpha stickers, and then regular alpha stickers, I believe. And then that's going to help tremendously as well, especially because it goes back to how my brain works and the style that I'm going for that particular project. And so that's helpful for me to be able to have all these different types of drawers. So here's where I decide I wanted to kind of do one puffy drawer and one regular alpha drawer, and that was really helpful. I found a whole other bin where I was like, this cannot be serious that I keep coming up with these, or keep not finding, but I kind of know that they're there, but everything is so random, which is partly why I want everything to be seen. And I want, like, if not all my embellishments, the majority of them in these bins so that I can really just pull and I'm not certain things aren't really getting left out, if that makes sense. So again, going through and categorizing by cork, acrylic. I even have now a drawer with kind of a little bit of a miscellaneous, but not too miscellaneous. It's really just paper clips, flare, and like these frames. So they're kind of like it's kind of a unique drawer, I guess. I also have a drawer with the acrylic. I'm also putting rubber items in there too. And I cannot forget to mention that now I have a drawer that will be full, which it's not yet, but will be full of smaller scrap pieces, which I'm super excited about. So I'm going to share a look at my little tool bin here. I'm just going to turn that around so you guys can see. I have the tiny attacher and the single hole punch. I have some Tombow glue, and then I have some acrylic blocks and some adhesive as well, and then my scissors and a couple of other little things. And then here is my little pen / marker drawer, which I'm so excited about. And I do have to say that this does make me want to craft. Like if I walk by this every day, I really think I'll want to, if it stays clean, I think I'll want to sit and craft. Okay, so my labels, my LA Studio die cuts. These are stickers, just any sort of stickers. I have my tiny text phrases and words. Then I have puffy alphas and numbers. I have regular alphabet stickers. And then I have kind of my little random smaller icon drawer, then my chipboard that I just showed you. And then I also have my wood veneer, which that filled up pretty quickly. I was super surprised. Then I have chipboard that hasn't been taken off of its backing yet. And then my, I guess, quote unquote, studio calico / Ali Edwards drawer. Then I have like more of my crepe paper, softer tones with some bright tones as well. My cork drawer, which looks a lot better than the last time. I have enamel dots and kind of those little accent pieces, but mostly enamel dots. And then I have my DIY embellishments, which is almost full. And then I have puffy stickers, just regular puffy stickers. And then I have washi tape strips, I guess you should say. And then my little sad scrap drawer. And then now those are acrylic and rubber. These are tags that are decorative. These are more of some plain tags plus some journaling, or I guess more of library cards, then my miscellaneous drawer with frames and paper clips and flair, then doilies and other intricate pieces, and then my ink. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you did by giving me a thumbs up or leaving a comment, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.